Hey everybody, I'm David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Hey, today I wanted to check in and touch base with everybody and just give everybody the news of what's going on with me. So, my last post, I was talking about how I was having a problem with my strength and I literally fell down in my bedroom and I could not get up off the floor into my bed, which is crazy. I mean, that I can't believe that even happened. And I want to give a thumbs up to Magnus Dens. You nailed it right on the spot, buddy. I was eating previous to that episode. I'll just call it that episode. I was eating Italian sausage, which was delicious, and I was also eating this Walmart brand kielbasa, or Polish sausage, I should say, which I didn't eat too much of it, but I obviously ate enough of it because I love to cut it into little pieces. I put it in the microwave and nuke it for a couple of minutes and it like crisps up and it was delicious. I really enjoyed it. Well, what I think happened is the same thing that happened when I had the problem with the hot dogs. I think that the sodium just wrecked my metabolism, just robbed my strength and made it so that I could literally barely get off the floor and into my bed, which sucks when you live where I live because sometimes it's 6 degrees below zero outside and it's freezing cold. So it can really, really be uncomfortable and not fun. So yes, Magnus Dens, the last post I did, you were absolutely right. It was the sodium. And the more I read about sodium and too much sodium in the body, it can cause inflammation, chronic inflammation, and it can cause diabetes problems, metabolic problems to be much worse. And I clearly found that out the hard way. And even now, I'm eating some salt. I'm eating very little salt, sodium, because I need to stay like within that. I think it's 2,000 milligrams a day. I'm trying to stay under that, but I need to keep enough sodium in my diet and body so that my body has the salt to do what it needs to do. Like the body needs salt to get stuff done, sodium. So I'm not staying away from salt, but I'm definitely um, metering down on salt quite a bit. So the I don't know, you guys can probably see it's nice outside today. Finally, we're getting a couple of days of sunshine. It's going to be 50 degrees today, which is great because it's not freezing cold like it has been. I can't believe how cold it was this year. Actually, last year too, it was unbelievably cold. I think they said it was the coldest it's been in 20 years, which is definitely not my that is not my thing. I'm not a big fan of cold. I'm from Florida, like I said before, and this winter was tough. I gotta say. And then the physical problems I've been having on top of it has made it even harder, worse, I should say. Yeah, this is a tough year for me because I've had these like problems where I'm still having problems with my hands and getting good grip strength and just trying to get my I don't know, my body back into normal. I mean, somehow my body like the it's really weird. It feels like in between every joint, the the tendons or the muscles are like so like just tight that it's hard to manage. Even today is what is today? Today is Wednesday, and I'm doing a 48-hour fast, which I told you guys about how much I love fast before. I'm not a huge fan of fast. I like to eat, and I don't need to eat a lot. I don't need to eat a lot of garbage. I just don't like to have my stomach empty. It's not my thing. I just like to have some food in my stomach. But I'm doing a fast because I am trying to get autophagy to help get some of this chronic inflammation that I'm dealing with squared away. And I'm going to start doing more regular, longer fasts in between the 24 and 48 hours. Probably monthly I'll do them. I do intermittent fasting every day. Sometimes I'll eat just one meal a day. Sometimes I'll eat a couple times a day. But I'm trying to keep my calories up. And I'm trying to just keep the fasts in my mind. Like, I don't really want to have to, if I'm hungry, I want to be able to eat, but I need to be able to eat smart and like not get out of autophagy just to eat a tortilla. I kind of need to be smart about what I'm eating. But yeah, the sodium thing, I have so much cranked down on the sodium that I was eating. And I look back and I realized the amount of sodium that I was eating when I was eating all those hot dogs. Holy moly. And then as I started digging into this whole thing with sodium and how difficult that can make life with metabolic issues, I started looking into the sodium and things. And if you're not eating enough potassium to offset the sodium, it's so easy to eat 5,000 grams of sodium in a day. You can eat 2 cup of noodles, 2 of those little styrofoam things that you put the water in and you put it in the microwave. 2 of those is like 2,000 grams. That's your whole daily limit of sodium for the day, for the entire day. And that doesn't include anything else that you eat that has any sodium or just salt in general. And of course, everything has salt in it. And then there's so many things that have added salt. It's crazy. So I think with normal metabolic system, it's probably not a huge deal. I never had a problem with it before, at least that I know of. But now I'm realizing that, yeah, the hot dogs last year, that was a sodium issue for me. I thought it was because the hot dogs were, I don't know, spoiled, or I thought it was because I was allergic to hot dogs. I don't know what it was. And then also, Magnus Dens, I'm sorry I talked about the oatmeal fast thing, or the oatmeal diet, negatively, because I think that is a good thing. And I think I was just on the tail end of the whole sodium issues that I was having. And that just happened right along the same side, same length with the oatmeal that I was eating. I wasn't putting salt in the oatmeal, but definitely I was having problems metabolically with the salt that I had eaten. Those Walmart kielbasa's, Polish sausages, they are delicious, but they are like, I don't know, they're like 600 milligrams of sodium in the little tiny slivers that I was eating. And as I was eating a couple of those a day. And then I also realized that these smart bowls, these Starkist smart bowls that I'm eating, or was eating, each one of those have 600 milligrams of sodium in them. I guess luckily there's enough potassium in those to maybe offset it a little bit. But I'm definitely trying to eat more potassium. I'm eating more potatoes, sweet potatoes. I'm trying to keep my fiber up with sweet potatoes, and I was eating a lot of kiwis, which I was enjoying those quite a bit. But now I'm trying to get back to eating chicken thighs, and the other thing that I'm eating is I'm trying to eat less tortillas, even though I don't mind eating a couple tortillas because they have enough sodium in them that I can measure it, and I can get the amount of sodium that I actually need in a day without overloading it. But yeah, I have chicken thighs, and I have something else that I was going to eat that I haven't eaten yet, which I can't. Oh, I have turkey meat, so I have ground turkey that I'm looking forward to getting into. The the weird thing that I've been dealing with is like getting around has been extremely difficult for me, and as I'm kind of like weaning off this thing with the sodium, some days are easier and some days are more difficult, and I don't completely understand it. It's not like I'm eating too much salt or not enough salt. I mean, it could be, I don't know, but I'm trying to stay within like a window of milligrams of sodium daily to try to get my system straightened out. One of the things that I started using a lot is Chat GBT, CPT, whatever it is, Chat CPT. Um, and like I know that I can't use that as like a doctor, but that thing, like I do a lot of research, obviously. I say research. I watch a lot of videos, I watch a lot of YouTube stuff, and I actually know quite a bit about what I'm trying to figure out before I even settle on what I've decided on. And that chatbot, that actually helps me make the right decisions. And so I started asking that thing all kinds of questions, like how much my car's worth, which it goes out to the internet. I don't know exactly where it goes or what it looks for, but it comes back with the right answers. And when it comes to health, it's extremely helpful. If I ask, if I ask it if I need to eat more salt, or I tell it how I'm feeling or how my body is feeling, it remembers the conversations that I've had with it, and it'll mention, oh, you maybe need more sodium, or maybe you need to drink more water, or you need to, it gives me different suggestions, which makes a lot of sense, which I'm kind of happy about. So I'm pretty happy with the way that thing is helping me out. I feel like it's as helpful as any of the friends that I've ever called. It knows more. At least it's a little bit more scientific than any of my friends. If I can only use it to find another job, that'd be a great thing. This whole thing with trying to get back to work, impossible. I mean, now I'm so far out of work that I'm not even sure if I'm relevant enough to actually get back to work. I mean, I feel like I am, but I don't even know. I have no idea. But now there's like so many scammers and just so much crap on LinkedIn. I get this thing where I'll get an email from like Aetna, or I'll get an email from some technology company from Dell, and it looks like it's from Dell. Um, but the one thing that it's not from is it's not from the actual www.dell.com website. It's an email that's like an alias Gmail website that has the word Dell in it that looks like Dell, but it's not Dell. And then what they try to do is they try to get you all excited about the job, and they try to get me all excited about the job, which I do get excited because I want to get back to work pretty bad. I need to get back to work at this point, actually. But they ask you a bunch of relevant questions. It seems like it makes sense. They act like they've actually looked at my LinkedIn profile, and they make it sound like I'm a good fit. And then they talk about how like my whole resume is good. It's perfect, except there's a couple things that need to be updated and changed. And they try to push me off on some Fiverr person or some third party that is supposed to help me make my resume better, which honestly, it's just bullshit. I mean, they're full of shit, and it's really frustrating because like I want to talk to companies and get back to work, but I'm just not talking to them, and I get like so many spam and scam notes from these people that it's frustrating. It's just frustrating because I can keep up with it, and I can sniff them out pretty quickly now, so I'm not spending any time on it. But it gets your hopes up, and then it's dead. It's done, which sucks. I hate it. So it's very frustrating. So yeah, this year so far, very frustrating for me. Health wise, it's been extremely difficult. I feel like I'm kind of right on the right track at this point. I hope, but I mean, of course, I don't know. I can only hope. But this thing with work, like I need a break. I need something to break for me. I need something that's just gonna. I need something in life to break from my side somehow. so that I can somehow get back on track and just try to get back in the swing of things. It's very frustrating. And then of course I'm in the upstate New York area where, like I said, it's been freezing cold. It's finally starting to get to the point where my heat isn't on constantly, which is a good thing because heat is not cheap. And they charge so much in New York, it's ridiculous. Um, anyways, so yeah, it's been a tough couple of even months. And it's really a weekly thing for me at this point. I'm going to try to get on here and post a little bit more and try to be a little bit more open with what's going on with me daily and weekly. I know it's been a while since I've actually been focused on getting here and getting things updated. So I'm going to try to do that. It's just been extremely difficult, I'll just say. I spend a lot of time in bed. I'm actually just starting to get around my house a little bit more, besides just from this chair that I'm sitting in, my bed over here, and the bathroom. And occasionally I like to try to look out the window, but not so much when there's snow on the ground, which we got snow a couple days ago. I woke up and the whole ground was white. Everything was white. And then luckily now it's like 50 degrees and it's all melted off, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, I'm still alive. Everything's good. My body is still difficult, and I'm hoping some of these weekly longer fasts that I'm doing will straighten my metabolism out, and maybe the autophagy will help my joints heal a little bit. I don't even know, but I'm hoping at this point. I don't even know. I've talked to some of my friends that are in medical jobs, and I don't know that maybe there's a specialist somewhere that knows exactly what I'm going through and how that my situation can be helped. But most doctors just don't know. They have no clue. Like all the research that I've done on YouTube, I probably know more than they do. So that makes it difficult and very frustrating. I'm trying to get back in track with the VA. Hopefully the VA will help me get some things medically figured out. I'm going to try to see if I can qualify for disability. I feel like I should be able to. But that's like impossible. Like all these programs that these companies and people have, it's not like completely impossible. But you have to hire a lawyer to get through these places, which really that's just a bad thing. That makes things difficult. Anyway, so I wanted to just stop in and drop a quick note and let everybody know that I am still alive. Everything's good. Well, everything is as good as I guess it can be under the circumstances. Yeah, it's extremely difficult. My health is still difficult. Financially, I'm a wreck. Getting back to work. If LinkedIn would delete the scammers and spammers, that might make things a little bit easier. But I know that Microsoft won't do that. They're probably the ones funding those scammers. Yeah, if anybody has any questions about anything I just talked about, do me a favor, leave it below. And any comments, I'd love to read them. Have a great day, and thanks for stopping in. Bye-bye.